This is not about earning, this is about receiving. Grace didn't stop when I failed, grace didn't start when I succeeded. From His fullness I live, not pressure, not fear. This is grace upon grace, every step still here. Hey, I don't wake up trying to qualify, I wake but rate accepted. I don't measure worth by yesterday, that chapter's not the sentence. Grace met me for effort, found me before performance. Not a temporary covering, it holds me through the process. I don't chase approval, I move with assurance. Grace carries me steady when strength feels inconsistent. Not borrowed, not ration, not based on how I feel. What God gives is continuous, that truth keeps me real. Grace on grace, I don't run dry, I don't reach the limit, I don't lose supply. When I'm low, it still apply. Grace on grace, I don't run dry. Grace on grace, I don't run dry. Not seas, no hell, it's alive. From His fullness I survive. Grace on grace, I don't run dry. Grace wasn't only for my start, it's here for the middle stretch. When progress feels slow and patience is getting tested, I don't force change, I allow God's work. Grace builds me daily, not rushed, not rushed. I don't fear running out, I don't hoard mercy. There's enough for the day, and enough when I'm hurting. This isn't fragile faith, this is grounded belief. Grace is the system that keeps me on my feet. Not a one-time touch, not a single moment. Grace keeps showing up even when I don't notice. I don't beg, I receive, I don't strive, I stay. What He gives keeps flowing, grace upon grace. I don't live condemned, I don't live ashamed. Grace taught me how to walk without carrying blame. I'm not defined by failure, I'm shaped by His truth. Grace rewrites direction and strengthens resolve. When I miss steps, grace doesn't leave, it corrects my path and restores peace. This is steady provision, not emotional hype. Grace is the reason I live this life. Grace on grace, I don't run dry, I don't reach the limit, I don't lose supply. When I'm low, it still apply. Grace on grace, I don't run dry. Grace on grace, I don't run dry. Not seasonal hell, it's alive. From His fullness I survive. Grace on grace, I don't run dry. This is grace that sustains, grace that remains. Grace for the day, and grace again. Not earned, not trained, still supply. Grace upon grace, I don't run dry. I've seen limits, I've seen shortages, I've seen systems fail, but God's supply doesn't respond to pressure. This is not optimism, this is understanding. What He gives doesn't diminish. I don't panic when things look thin, I don't rush when doors feel slow. I've learned who my source is, that truth controls the flow. What He provides isn't fragile, doesn't shrink with demand. He not affected by numbers or the weight of my plans. I've been in seasons of waiting, still never lacked what I needed. Maybe not excess of comfort, but always strength to keep moving. God doesn't give from leftovers, He gives from who He is, and who He is stays full. That's why I live like this.
What He gives never runs out. I don't fear the trial, I know where it comes from now. What He gives never runs out. What He gives never runs out. Not seasonal help, not up and down. Stay grounded, no doubt. What He gives never runs out.
Stay present when resources look thin. I watch clarity show up when confusion moved in. That's not luck or coincidence, that's provision on time. God supplies what sustains me, not just money or signs. I don't compare my portion, I don't chase someone else's lane. What He assigns, so my life is covered under His name. I move patient, not pressured, I walk calm, not rushed, because I trust the source, and the source is enough. If He did it before, He's still able now. Same God, same power, same supply allowed. I don't measure by sight, I don't lean on doubt. What He gives keeps flowing, never runs out. Structure, not blind motivation. Rooted in promise, not empty statements. I learn to manage wisely, but I don't worship control. I depend on God's wisdom that keeps me whole. When doors close suddenly, I don't collapse inside. I stay stable, stay focused, because God still provides. Not everything I imagine, but everything required. I live with confidence because the supply is reliable.
What He gives never runs out. I don't fear the drought. I know where it comes from now. What it gives never runs out. What it gives never runs out. Not seasonal help, not up and down. I stay grounded, no doubt. What he gives never runs out.
No shortage in heaven, no delay in his hand. When he supplies, sustains me, I live from that stance. Now I worry, not drain, I trust the route. What he gives is constant, it never runs out. I don't deny weakness, I don't hide it either. I've learned where strength comes from. It doesn't start with me. Grace doesn't wait for capacity, it supplies it. Yeah. I faced moments I couldn't manage. Plans didn't match the demand. Energy low, focus strained, still standing where I am. Grace didn't criticize the gap and stepped into the space. Provided what I didn't have and stabilized my pace. I stopped pretending I was strong, stopped faking control. Admitted where I was limited and grace took the role. Not a motivational push, not temporary drive. This is strength that holds me and keeps me alive. More than enough for where I am. Not late enough when I improve my stance. Right now in the middle I stand. More than enough for where I am. More than enough for where I am. When weakness shows, grace expands. I don't collapse, I advance. More than enough for where I don't wait until I feel ready. I move with what God provides. Grace equips me mid-process. I don't stall my life. Every step isn't perfect, every move isn't clean, but grace corrects direction and keeps me aligned. I've learned not to rush healing or force growth to appear. Grace develops patience and removes the fear. I'm not measured by speed, I'm shaped by truth. Grace fills every shortfall and carries me through. When I'm weak, grace speaks not with shame but with strength. It doesn't point at failure, it closes the gap. I don't fear exposure, I don't hide the fact. Grace is more than enough right where I'm at. This isn't settling for less, this is trusting God fully. Grace doesn't lower the standard, it supports the journey. I grow without pressure, I stand without strain. Because grace doesn't demand what it doesn't sustain. I don't compete with others, I stay faithful to pace. What God assigned to my life is covered by grace. I keep moving forward with confidence intact. Grace is sufficient, that's a proven fact. More than enough for where I am. Not late enough when I improve my stance. Right now in the middle I stand. More than enough for where I am. More than enough for where I am. When weakness shows, grace expands. I don't collapse, I advance. More than enough for where I am. Pressure to perform, no fear to confess. Grace meets me fully and handles the rest. I'm not behind, I'm not misaligned. Grace is more than enough for this moment in time. It had us wait on its own. I've got to carry tomorrow early. God doesn't release grace, he don't fall. I used to wait anxious, trying to solve what's ahead. Running scenarios in my mind, losing peace before the day began. But God taught me a rhythm, one step, one breath. Grace arrives with the morning, not store for stress. I don't borrow trouble, I don't live in what ifs. I stay present with provision, that's how faith exists. Today as an assignment, day an assignment. But has, I'm trying to say, Bay has a supplement. Grace meets the moment and keeps me alive. I receive it daily. Not tomorrow's wait, just today's grace. I receive it daily. Enough for this step, enough for this pace. I receive it daily. I don't rush ahead, I stay in place. I receive it daily. Daily bread, daily grace. I stop trying to predict outcomes, stop fearing what might fail. Grace isn't given in advance, it shows up when needed. God doesn't ask me prepare strength for days I haven't reached. He equips me for now, that's how I stay at peace. I plan with wisdom, but I trust God fully. I move responsibly, but I don't worry. Every sunrise carries mercy, every step has support. Grace doesn't overwhelm me, it holds me in order. One day at a time, that's how grace works. Not rush, not delay, right when it's needed. I don't hoard strength, I don't chase control. I receive what God gives and I move with my soul. Faith isn't denial, it's discipline, trust. I don't know tomorrow, I just don't let it rush. Grace keeps my focus, when my feet are placed, God walks with me now. Not just at the finish line, I've learned how to rest without falling behind. Grace keeps me productive without straining my mind. This is daily dependence, not weakness or fear. Grace meets me today and it's always right.
I receive it daily, not tomorrow's wait, just today's grace. I receive it daily, enough for this step, enough for this pace. I receive it daily, I don't rush ahead, I stay in place. I receive it daily, daily bread, daily grace. I don't carry tomorrow, I walk with today. Grace is already waiting for every step I take. Not anxious, not afraid, I stay in place. I receive what God gives, daily bread, daily grace.
I used to move under pressure, trying to hold everything together. God didn't ask me to carry what He already supports. Grace was never meant to feel heavy. I learned how to function tired, still showing up, still pushing through. But surviving isn't the goal, grace was meant to carry me too. I confused discipline with strain, mistook stress for growth. God corrected my thinking and showed me another road. Grace doesn't drag me forward, it steadies my pace. It removes the weight without slowing my faith. I still move with purpose, I still honor the call. I'm just not crushed by the process, grace handles it.
I'm carried by grace, not forced. I don't push through pain anymore. I'm carried by grace, not forced. God leads me without pressure. I'm carried by grace, not forced. No strain on my mind or my course. I'm carried by grace, not forced. This is how I move forward.
I stopped measuring worth by how much I can handle. God didn't design faith to be driven by panic. Grace gives direction without demanding collapse. It allows me to rest while staying on task. I don't rush outcomes, I don't forge results. Grace produces growth without burning my soul. I still work with intention, but I trust God's pace, because what He starts, He continues by grace.
If it feels heavy, it's not from Him. Grace restores balance and strengthens again. I don't carry the future, I don't fear the cost. I move light, I move steady, carry not force.
This isn't quitting early, this is walking a line. Grace teaches endurance without breaking the mind. I don't collapse under pressure, I don't fake strength. Grace supports my steps and keeps me in place. God doesn't motivate through fear or push through shame. Grace empowers obedience without mental strain. I'm learning how to trust without gripping control. Grace holds the weight and keeps me home.
I'm carried by grace, not force. I don't push through pain anymore. I'm carried by grace, not force. God leads me without pressure. I'm carried by grace, not force. No strain on mind or my course. I'm carried by grace, not force. This is how I move forward.
No pressure to prove, no weight to perform. Grace carries the calling from start to the end. I move without fear, I trust the source. I'm carried by grace, not forced. I didn't lose grace when I slipped. I didn't fall outside God's reach. Mistakes don't cancel mercy, grace still covers. I replay moments I regret, wonder how I let them happen. Thought maybe I stepped outside of what God planned for my path. but grace met me in a failure. Didn't wait until I fixed it. Gotta address the heart first, not the image I was protecting. I stopped hiding behind excuses, stopped running from truth. Grace wasn't asking for perfection, it's restoring my view. I own what I did wrong, and grace did the rest. Correction came with kindness and lifted the weight.
Even now, I'm still covered, not protected, not uncovered. Even now, I'm still covered. Grace speaks louder than failure. Even now, I'm still covered. I don't live under the pressure. Even now, I'm still covered. Grace didn't disappear.
Grace doesn't ignore mistakes, but it doesn't define me by them. God doesn't bring shame to heal, He restores with direction. I didn't lose my identity when I lost focus for a moment. Grace corrected the course and kept the calling intact. I've learned conviction isn't condemnation, it leads me back to truth. Grace doesn't push me away, it draws me closer to you. I stand accountable, not afraid, honest, not withdrawn. Grace restores relationship and helps me move on. I don't stay stuck in regret, I don't live looking back. Grace covers the past and redirects my steps. I don't rehearse the mistake, I apply the lesson. Grace turns failure into growth without shame attached. This is freedom with responsibility, not permission to ignore. Grace empowers obedience, not careless behavior. I don't minimize truth, I don't justify wrong. Grace trains my heart and helps me grow strong. I move forward with clarity, not carrying blame. Grace secure my position and change my aim. I walk restored, not hiding my face, because even in weakness, I'm covered by grace.
Even now, I'm still covered, not rejected, not uncovered. Even now, I'm still covered. Grace speaks louder than failure. Even now, I'm still covered. I don't live under the pressure. Even now, I'm still covered. Grace didn't disappear.
I faced the truth and grace remained. Correction came, but love stayed the same. I don't live ashamed, I move recovered. Even now, I'm still covered. I don't always have the capacity, I don't always feel strong. I've learned weakness isn't the end, it's where grace steps in. There are days my focus slips, energy doesn't match the demand. I know what needs to be done, but strength feels out of my hands. I used to hide those moments, pretend I had control. Grace taught me honesty and strength in my soul. God doesn't wait for confidence to release His power, He responds to surrender, not performance or posture. When I admit my limits, grace meets me right there, not with judgmental pressure, but support that's aware.
Grace shows up when I can, when my strength reaches the end. His grace shows up when I can, carries me again. His grace shows up when I can, I don't fold, I advance. His grace shows up when I can, that's how I stand.
I stop forcing consistency through willpower alone. Grace produces endurance that keeps me going strong. I don't quit when I feel weak, I lean into truth. God supplies what I'm missing and helps me follow through. I don't measure progress by how I feel inside. Grace works quietly, but it's always applied. I move with discipline, but I trust the source, because the strength isn't something I'm meant to force.
When I'm empty, grace remains. When I fall short, grace sustains. I don't fake strength, I don't pretend. Grace shows up again and again.
This is strength with humility, not pride to display. Grace builds resilience that lasts through the day. I don't rely on emotion and temporary drive. Grace provides stability that keeps faith alive. I've learned how to continue without burning out. Grace restores capacity when I run out. I stay faithful in weakness because I understand grace doesn't fail when I can.
His grace shows up when I can, when my strength reaches the end. His grace shows up when I can, it carries me again. His grace shows up when I can, I don't fold, I advance. His grace shows up when I can, that's how I stand.
used to hesitate, wonder if I deserve what God gave. Grace isn't earned approval, it's a gift meant to be received. I've wrestled with acceptance, questioned if grace was for me. Measured worth by my progress instead of what God decreed. But grace doesn't respond to doubt, it remains consistent. The issue wasn't the supply, it was my resistance. I stopped disqualifying myself, stopped replaying mistakes. Grace wasn't asking for reasons, just waiting to be embraced. God didn't offer help cautiously or hold blessings back. Praise came fully extended, no strings attached. I receive it, I don't resist. No guilt attached, no checklist. I receive it, I don't resist. Grace is given, not earned. I receive it, I don't resist. I don't pull back, I accept. I receive it, I don't resist. This is how I live free. Stop shrinking in prayer, stop apologizing for need. Grace invites honest dependence, that's how faith breathes. I don't wait until I improve before coming to God. Grace doesn't start after progress, it produces it. Receiving isn't passive, it's active trust. Letting go of control and leaning on love. I don't argue with mercy, I don't question intent. God gives because he's good, that truth settles the mind. I don't push grace away, I don't guard my pride. I open my hands and receive what's supplied. No fear of death, no guilt in my chest. Grace is a gift, I receive it. This is freedom with confidence, not careless belief. Grace trains my heart and shapes how I live. I don't misuse mercy, I honor the source. Receiving grace properly strengthens my cause. I walk with assurance, no second guessing. Grace secures my place and removes attention. I don't hold back joy, I don't live restrained. Grace was meant to be received and applied daily. I receive it, I don't resist. No guilt attached, no checklist. I receive it, I don't resist. Grace is given, not earned. I receive it, I don't resist. I don't pull back, I accept. I receive it, I don't resist. This is how I live free. Hands open, heart aligned. Grace receive without delay. I don't resist what God gives, I receive it and walk free. I don't measure success by what I do. I don't live chasing approval. Stability isn't earned, it's built on grace. I've tested my own effort, pushed hard, carried weight. Thought endurance was the key, but I nearly broke under strain. Then I realized performance can't secure the heart. Grace is the foundation that keeps faith apart. I don't rely on achievement, I don't depend on skill. I trust God's provision to keep me steady and still. Mistakes don't knock me down, setbacks don't erase. Grace covers every angle and sustains my place. I stand by grace, not effort. Not what I do, but what he gives. I stand by grace, not effort. That's how I live. I stand by grace, not effort. I'm steady, I don't shift. I stand by grace, not effort. Grace carries, can lift. I don't need to perform perfectly, I don't need to justify myself. Grace provides stability without demanding wealth. I can face challenges calmly without fearing to fall, because grace holds my foundation and strengthens my call. I walk disciplined, yes, but not in desperation. I trust the source, not by calculation. Grace isn't seasonal, it doesn't depend on me. It's consistent, reliable, and sets my spirit free. I don't wobble when pressure comes, I don't falter in fear. Grace anchors my life, it keeps my vision clear. Not performance, not merit, not results I produce. Stand by grace, and that's my truth. I've learned patience, I've learned trust. I don't chase validation, I don't demand outcomes. Grace shapes my endurance, it teaches calm resolve. I don't fear instability, it won't dissolve. I remain consistent, not relying on power, not dependent on emotion. I'm stable every hour. Faith is built on promise, not my ability to cope. Grace holds the framework, strengthens hope. I stand by grace, not effort. Not what I do, but what He gives. I stand by grace, not effort. That's how I live. I stand by grace, not effort. I'm steady, I don't shift. I stand by grace, not effort. Grace carries me to live. I don't rely on performance. I don't collapse under expectation. Grace secures my position. It steadies my walk. I stand confident. I stand mature. I stand by grace. I don't chase, it's missing. I don't look for more to prove. Christ's fullness is enough. It fills me completely. Every need I have, every gap in my life, grace fills it fully without delay or fear. I don't need no effort, I don't stretch myself thin. Christ supplies the balance and strengthens within. I walked through struggle, I faced uncertainty, but fullness isn't measured by what I see or earn. It's the quiet assurance that covers every step. Living for Christ's fullness, it's peace I accept. From His fullness I live complete. No lack, no struggle, defeats. From His fullness I live complete. Grace covers all, mercy repeats. From His fullness I live complete. I'm whole, I don't compete. From His fullness I live complete. This is victory, said it's me. I don't fear tomorrow, I don't carry yesterday. Fullness meets me now, and strength is my way. I don't need extra approval, I don't chase. Christ fills every moment and steadies the strain. I walk confident and promise, not swayed by circumstance. Fullness anchors my heart, and guarantees advance. I'm not defined by limits, I'm not shaped by lack. Every step is covered by the fullness I unpack. I don't reach for crumbs, I don't settle for less. Christ is complete supply, grace handles the rest. No pressure, no tension, no striving, no defeat. From His fullness I live it, not made complete. This is freedom fully realized. I'm tentative, not unsure. Every day is supplied with mercy that endures. I don't measure by effort or my capacity. Fullness is Christ, and Christ is enough for me. I walk in victory, I move without fear. Grace defines the rhythm and love draws me near. I am secure, I am healed, I am settled complete. From the fullness of Jesus, my life is returned. From His fullness I live complete. No lack, no struggle, defeats. From His fullness I live complete. Grace covers all, mercy repeats. From His fullness I live complete. I'm home, I don't compete. From His fullness I live complete. This is it, yeah, it's me. I don't need more, I don't fear less. Fullness is here, it settles my chest. I am healed, I am free, I am whole in Christ. From His fullness I live complete.